Party. I am on my way to a holiday party, and you know what? At first, I wasn't going to do this video, but then I was like, you know what? You might as well just go ahead and put it out there. Your thoughts on this. So, I'm on my way right now to pick up a really good friend of mine because the holiday party. You know how to ask you. First of all, okay, how can I? Let me just slow down before so I can explain it to y'all. Since I had went through my divorce and everything, this is the first time in a long time that I've been going that I'm going to a corporate event or whatever. When I mean by corporate, it has something to do with your job. And so, you know, when they ask you and a guest, I'm like, oh, okay, I get 2 free tickets. So I put down two. And they asking you to RSVP. And I'm like, okay, I can put down two, okay? Then it dawned on me, and I think I spoke to y'all last time, like a lot of people at the Christmas party, they're going to be with their husbands, they're going to be with their wives, they're going to be with their husbands, they're going to be with their wives, they're going to be with their husbands, they're going to be, I can keep going on. So, I forgot, today is my niece's birthday, so my cousin, she couldn't make it and come with me because I'm like, okay, I know if all else fails, I can ask my cousin to come with me because you know it kind of lights the load, especially if you got somebody with you and you know if you eating and stuff like that. And I'm just being very transparent right now because y'all know I wear my wedding band, I wear my ring, and I wear my ring, and so me going there, I don't think people may notice or not, but they're going to have their husbands. Like, I went to one event, and it was like, oh, this is my husband right here, meet my husband, or this is my wife, meet my wife, and they're lovely couples, you know what I mean? So, you're going to feel, especially if you just gone through, you know, getting your bill of divorce or whatever, the holidays, the seasons, around Christmas, around this time, you're going to feel it. And in a way, it's going to be kind of like, how can I say it in a way? You don't know if people are judging you or they're like, okay, I see her ring, so where's her husband? Or maybe they just don't say anything. I don't know. But anyway, one of my real good friends, she's like a sister to me. At the last minute, she said, "Yeah, Mona, I'll go ahead and go with you." And I'm like, "Yeah, girl, it's a really nice restaurant, and they got good food and the drinks and the hors d'oeuvres, and it's just very very nice." And so, yeah. But this is my first time going to the holiday party, but I feel like if I went by myself, that I'll probably be, I don't know, maybe I'll get used to it. But I felt like if I went by myself, I'll really be like, okay. I mean, of course, I know like my coworkers and stuff like that. But most people in the holiday parties, they bring their family, and so even though they say you get a second ticket, usually they're doing that because it's the husband and the wife, it's your spouse that's going to be with you. Me, I'm not even thinking. I'm like, I'm thinking like, I get free tickets. Ooh, too. And I'm like, I called my sister Coco and was like, Coco, do you want to go with me? And she's like, well, I got to work, but I can come and leave. Nah, that's okay. So, my girlfriend, she is going to come with me. And, yeah. And she understands. She's been there with me in court and everything. As a matter of fact, she was at my wedding, and I remember at the time my husband was trying to talk her fiance into them getting married, and while we were going through court and everything, they went ahead and got married. But Yeah, so, I'm hoping that I'm going to have fun and have a good time. I just prayed and asked God to I just want to have a good time and not feel like, like, not feel like, like, oh, everybody got their husbands. Y'all know how it is. I'm being transparent. I mean, anyone who went through a divorce, got a bill of divorce, separated, they may not tell you the truth of it, but when the holidays and stuff like this come around, it reminds you, not you single, but you're in a boat right now by yourself, and yeah, but you gotta make the best of it, I suppose. So what I did was I put my earrings on. I said, you know what? I'm not going to Chuck E. Cheese. So I'm gonna wear these sparkly earrings. To some people it may sound whatever, but I'm not, whatever. I just thought I just wanted to share that, and I'm sure year after year it'll get more better, where I just get used to just going to functions like this by myself, or going places by myself, like, and people say it's okay. Yes, it's okay. But you still do get lonely. You still do look at other people and you're like, look at this couple, like look at her husband and her, they look so nice together, and you don't want that. You don't want what they have. You just want what you had. You know what I mean? And you just gotta push through. Some people say you gotta deal with it. Okay, I'm dealing with it. So, but anyway, I'm super excited to be around people, and I'm super excited that my friend, she's coming with me, and we're just gonna have a really good time. Not everyone that's at the holiday party is married and coupled up or anything like that. Not saying it's singles or whatever, like I'm looking for singles, no. But you know what I mean. It's people that you can mingle. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, how's the stocks doing today? Just having a good time listening to music. Yeah. So my mom is watching my daughter, and she is, when I left, Stephanie was having the time of her life with her little birthday hat on and stuff. So I'm just on my way. Like I said, I'm on my way into DC. I gotta go pick up. It started at 6:30, so I gotta go pick up my friend, and then we're gonna head over there. Hopefully, I can find some good parking. Hopefully, I have a good time. I guess my biggest thing is just that people may say, question. Do y'all know that when you're divorced, it follows you everywhere you go? How so, Mona? How so? When you put in for a job, they ask you, single, married, divorced, or separated. You really want to say that's none of your business, but they ask for stuff like that. You go to try to get a house, they want to see your divorce certificates. And y'all, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never even seen my own daggone divorce certificates. But they want to see that. I'm like, why y'all trying? I hate stuff like that, because then I have to dig and look and ask and seek, and I don't feel like looking for that. I don't even feel like seeing it. But I'm like, fine, y'all need it. So the reason why I mention that is because some people saw on my application per se, or my information, that I am divorced. So I know in their minds, and I thank God they're very respectful because they don't even ask questions, why is she wearing a wedding band on her finger? I don't know. And most people think, I don't know, maybe some people are not judgmental, but some people are like that. They'll be like, okay, she got a ring on her finger, where's her husband at? But I'm being transparent because a lot of people are too embarrassed. Not embarrassed. Yeah, they're too embarrassed to really talk about it. You know, it's just like a child that has to go to school with one mother, and you see the child sees the parent, the other child over there with his mom and his dad. Although the child is learning to cope with it and deal with it, he and she knows something's off here. You know what I mean? So your reaction to that, because like I said, we've talked about marriage, we talked about how you become one, and just like that child knows, like, my dad or my mom is missing out of this picture, even though you're telling me this is modern and you have to quote, they know, they can sense it, you know, they see it, and even if they don't see it, they can feel it. So you feel it too when you're going somewhere without your husband, or you're going somewhere without your wife, and especially if you are still what's the word, you're still honoring that. You get what I'm saying? You're still honoring that. Would have been easy for me to waltz up somewhere with a random a random man on my arm, or you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is not funny, but I started thinking about movies where it was female bosses or supervisors, and they're paying somebody to be their date so they can be like, hey, yeah, I'm good. And I started saying, like, now I understand why they would do that, because I'm not gonna say it's for showboating, but everyone else has their family, you know. Not that y'all understand what I'm saying. Not that kids will go around and be paying somebody to be their mom and their dad, but y'all get what I'm saying. So anywho, so tonight I'm going to be faced not with fear, not really embarrassment, but a teeny bit of sadness. You know what I'm saying? A teeny bit of, I'm going to the ball without my king, my prince, or whatever, you know. I'm going to the ball without my husband. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Hola. But they don't try to tell you that, because, you know, when someone goes through a divorce and it's situations like this that they start reflecting, they don't really want to say nothing, because you may take them as weak, or you may say things like get over it, or you may say things like let go, or, you know, so they don't really say it. Nobody prepares somebody when you have to be faced with this. And there's going to be way more situations, especially because of our situation and being separate, that I'm going to have to face, because he's not there, or, you know, my daughter is going to have to face because her dad's not there. So this is one of them. It's a holiday. That was T. She said her husband can drop us off. I'm like, are you sure my car is not gonna get towed? She like, girl, they don't tow around here. I'm like, I need my wheels. Excuse me, y'all. But yeah, you're gonna deal with stuff like that. You know what I can't stand? I realize I can't stand people that tell you to get over something that is so life changing. What do you mean, Mona? What do you mean? Like, if a mom lost her baby, you know, she just lost the baby. Yes, the baby was 20 weeks, but that was still her baby. And you want her to just get over that? Well, she just went through a divorce, and you want them to, girl, you need to just move on. Wait a minute. Did I just give my other half of my body? You just did a major thing. You can't get over nothing like that. You can never get over anything like that until death occurs. So I say this to my newly divorced people that's dealing with heartache. You just can't, you just can't snap your fingers and everything's fine. Everything's perfect. See, I learned to brush through. And I hate when they have these videos. These videos of how to get back on your game after a divorce. I just say, if you don't, who you working for, the devil? They always be like, how you can just make yourself sexy again. I'm like, oh my gosh. You might as well just have a big label on there, how you can commit adultery. You know, like, I be seeing this stuff on YouTube, like, y'all crazy. But anywho. But yeah, y'all, so you're going to deal with certain days. You're going to deal with certain days. Like when I first went through my my bill of divorce being put away by my husband, I cried and cried and cried. I almost lost myself, y'all. Almost lost myself. God is good, though. He's them on out. So anyway, so you're going to go through some stuff. You are, and you're going to find certain things like this. I'm going to be honest with you. Some of these women been waiting for 20-something odd years. Oh, it's a long time to wait for somebody. I be looking at the Lord like, Lord, you really going to have me wait that long? The Lord be looking like, Mona, how long you think I got to wait for people to get their act together? I'm like, oh. You always got to answer, Father. You always got to answer. You always have an answer. Jesus. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, I'm hoping I'm going to have a great time tonight and not feel like I'm being secretly judged. It's like someone who shows up to give birth. Where your husband at? I remember one time, one of my really good friends, I went to go take her. She had to get that surgery done. She was getting a transabdominal cerclage because she lost 2 boys. Hello. And I was in, me and my mama waited around for her because she kind of caught a taxi into town. And where she was staying at was like over an hour and some change away. And, what happened? And we went to take her. We went to, I don't know what you want, but hold on. We went to take her back home because she was crying that she was going to get the surgery done. And I was like, can you make it to the surgery? Y'all know after I suffered my losses and after getting that transabdominal cerclage, I was like, can you make it to the surgery? She was like, yes. I said, don't even worry about a ride home. So I met her up in Baltimore, me and my mother. I mean, she had to go under. They had to put a clamp on her cervix. Look at this plane. This thing look like it's flying so low. Man, let me get off this bridge. So, anywho, so what was I about to say, y'all? Oh, so me and my mama was there for her after her surgery, and my mother was there to make sure that she was okay because she was really out of it. I got the address and we jumped in the car, and I think that ride was almost a 3-hour ride. We went up there in Delaware. And I remember talking to my husband about it. And he was like, her husband would really let her go through a surgery by herself. he said that. He was like, he would really let her do that. I was like, yeah, boo. She went and got the surgery done. When I got my surgery done, the doctor woke me up. How's it going? I said, I want to see my husband. And then my husband came in the room and I felt better. I was like, I want to see my husband. But yeah, he was right there. So, I don't know, man. Some of y'all going through some devastating stuff. I'm talking about been married for 30 years and your husband up and packed his bags and gave you the deuces. And your eyeballs like, whoa. Oh, that's not funny. Your whole world is just like, you know, and then when you find out you can't get another husband, huh? You can't get another husband? God, like what you think when I told you this thing is the death do you part? You be pleading with the Lord, but Father, he walked away. You know how many people walk away from me? But I'm still here. Lord, he lied on me and all this. How many people you know blaspheme my name? But I'm still here. You're like, dang, God, you always got an answer. Isn't that something? God always has an answer. You cannot get around God. Like, you be trying to like, Lord, I got issue, I got feelings. And the Lord like, you better fast. You better don't yield to your flesh. You chose him as your husband. To death do you part. And you do your part. Like, gosh, man, this is cruel. I see y'all, I mean, I still need to read up and study up on my Bible all the time. But I know scripture. And I thought, like, maybe I can just use what Jesus said. He who puts his wife away causes her to commit adultery. See, Lord, he caused me to do that. It's not my fault, not my fault, not my fault, not my fault. And then the Lord showed me. But I also instructed the other person that come your way not to touch you. Because if they do, they commit adultery. Would you like that on their hands? No. Well, you are held liable for your actions because you are not being betrothed. No one is forcing you into a second marriage. So you have no excuse, Mona. I'm like, okay, Lord. You know, I can't, in my situation, I can't really complain too much. Yeah, my husband isn't there, but I thank God, thank you, Lord. I thank God I got my daughter. And I thank the Lord that he was a part of that too. So, you know, and that's not because you got some women out here that's put away and they don't even have children. They don't even have children. And when your biological clock get to tap dancing and doing gymnastics on you, you gonna try to get you a baby. Shoot, I would love a son, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Lord, if it be your will, I will adopt one. I would definitely adopt one. If it be your will. But in this case today, I'm just going to a holiday party with a really good friend of mine. And I know it's going to be couples and family, and okay, I have to face that. But it's going to be many things, and I'm praying that it's not going to be too long, because I don't want my daughter to be faced with not having her father around and being places without her dad, or, looking at people like, I see the mom, I got a mom, but who's the guy? Does all kids get one of those? It's funny because I gave my daughter her father's picture, and I said, Poppy, Poppy, because y'all know my daughter speaks Spanish too. And I said, Daddy. She said, Daddy. I'm like, yeah, recognize that photo. That's her dad. She was like, Daddy. And some of the photos she drew on it. I think it's a positive thing to have photos around so she can recognize them. Anywho, y'all, I'm just talking. I'm literally just talking. You're always nervous when you go places. What are they going to think? What are they going to say? Are they going to be judgmental? Just don't ask me that question. I don't want that question to be asked. So you married? I mean, right away, like when I'm at home, when people ask that question, I'll be like, yes. Or like when I go in the store, where's her dad at? He's at home. I didn't lie. And it's something too, because, I had to ask one of my folks because her daughter's father's in jail. And so she had a discussion with her daughter and was like, do you feel some type of way? Because her daughter was feeling some type of way when she would see other people and their fathers and stuff. And so the discussion was, you don't have to say that my dad's in jail. Like, if people ask you where he is, you can just say he's in California. And you're not, wait a minute. You got to slow down over here, because DC would take some photos. And you'll be up there trying to fight a $500 ticket messing around with the city. But she was like, just say that he's in California, and at least you don't feel like you're lying. You know what I'm saying? You're not lying. You're just saying that where it's located at. And it was so it can soften the blow on her of what she has to face. I think I told y'all this dream I had. I had a dream. It was a DJ. And the DJ, I don't know why. No, I know why. I felt that DJ was Jesus. He was DJing. Like, I felt like it was Jesus. And he asked me this question. He said, who did your music? And immediately I wanted to say my ex-husband. But I knew it was a trick question and I had to tell the truth. So I said, my husband did. And the DJ, and I just really felt like it was Jesus. He went like this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I just felt like it was a trick question. And isn't it amazing when people ask you this question? Are you married? One time I said, I'm divorced. One time I said I'm divorced, and I lied to you not, y'all. It felt like I was lying, like I didn't tell the truth. So people who don't understand it, I guess it'd be like it's complicated, but everyone else is, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. It's like in the workplace when you can't say Jesus. You can't, they don't want you to say Jesus. They don't want you to say God. They want you to deny the Lord, right? They want you to deny him, but they don't want you to say it. So they even want you to deny that covenant. They want you, nah, you can't say that. The devil don't want you to say it out your mouth. Anywho, I'm just being transparent with y'all. So married folks, enjoy holiday parties, family gatherings. Because I'm going to tell you something, y'all. I'm really grinding, and I'm going after my home. I'm looking forward to Thanksgivings and Christmases and stuff like that, and family stuff. And of course, you know, when you do family, you have nice dinners. I was so used to that when I was going to my grandmother's house. Like my grandparents, my parents, everybody there, their spouses and stuff, kids at the table. I was so used to that. It felt like family just sitting around having a really good dinner. And it was classy too. You bring out the nice china and you deep. You know what I mean? The kids having a good time, the grown folks laughing, some talk about politics, music playing, somebody get it. You know, you just having a good time. But you remember I remember my great grandparents, my nana, my granddad, my mother, my father, you know, your uncles and his girlfriend, and he, you know, then all of a sudden cousins being added. Like it just felt like family. And I just love I love that. I love doing cookouts and seeing your nieces and your nephews and your children getting bigger. You work so much, you grind so much. Why not chill with family? And when you see a husband and a wife that's the head of that, come on now. They're trying to push this. They call it a modern family. They're trying to push this. What's the word I want to say, y'all? Not disconnect, delusional, but what's the word I want to say? It's not like them. What do you mean, Mona? What do you mean? It's not the same. A mother and 3 of her kids, and it's not the same. I don't know if y'all noticed lately, but some families, I'm starting to see that there's more women than men in those families. You got the mother, you got the sister, Where are the men at? You got all these children. Where are the men at? Then you got some families that are so small. What have y'all done to do that? It's dysfunctional. It's functioning, but it's like it's not what, it's not how it's supposed to be. So when you genuinely see families, I'm talking about first wife, first husbands, children that had children, that got married and they got married, you see the function in it and the righteousness in it. Uncles and aunts coming over. Aunt Debbie and Uncle Mike coming over. Nana and Granddad on their way to come pick up their grandkids. Mommy, Dad told you to do this. They'll tell your father to do it. It's so functional. But when you see that other side, I don't care what nobody says, It's dysfunctional. I mean, y'all making it work. It is what it is, but it's still dysfunctional. It's not what God intended. Well, you know, Mona, things happen. I get it. Just like a 14-year-old get pregnant, I get it. Things happen. It wasn't meant to be like that. How did I get here? Y'all know I just be talking. I be talking. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, I did a cookout for Memorial Day. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I felt like there was only... My dad came, but you know he on dialysis. So he came and, you know, he kind of left. There was not a lot of men folk. I mean, we got folks in New York and all over, but daggone it. Go to a wedding, it's all women and one man get married. That's not funny. Something's off here. That's like China and India looking for some brides. Y'all killed all y'all girls. Now these young boys need brides. They looking for wives and stuff. Looking on the rocks. Traveling all over the world to try to pay for a wife. Didn't y'all know that was going to happen? I don't know. Something very strange. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all for listening to me. Look, you know, what time is it? It's not even 7. It's like a little bit after 7 o'clock. I feel like I need some coffee. This is when you know you ain't really been out. I'm like, it's kind of a little nippy out here. I need to be in the house. I may need some coffee when I go up in there. You know it was bad. I remember one time me and my cousin tried to hang. The last time, this is when I was married with my husband. Me and my cousin decided we were going to go out. We decided we were going to go out to the club. After we eat our crabs, after we get a bushel of our crabs washed up, and we trying to go to the club, sipping on coffee, trying to stay awake. I said, I think them days are over. We get in the club, we looking for, we spot a leather couch over there, and we sitting comfortable, looking at everybody crazy. Like, y'all really listen to this? I said, I think we're done. That's when you know it's time. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let me let her know I'm out here. Excuse me, y'all. I know I got the cover up. Oh, snap. See, this thing right here, let me tell you something. This gate right here will mess your vehicle up. This thing that, you know, most gates got sensors on it. Not this one. This gate, like, you can put your car here if you want to. Okay, y'all. Like, let me tell her I'm out front. She said her husband can take us down to down there. I'm like, are you sure? Are you positive that my car is not gonna get towed? I am, buddy. I am, Mona. Girl, I need my wheels. I need my wheels. Alright, let's go. Go find tea. Y'all, let me tell you something about tea. One time when we was in court, right? This is not funny. I thought about this today. Because she couldn't believe that my husband was giving me a divorce, right? She said, Mona, why don't you tell him you love him while we were in court? So, you know, when you waiting for the judge to come out there, you got all these people out there. I was like, babe, hey, babe, I love you. Babe. We was over there giggling. Let me let her know I'm out front. Hold on. Tell him you love him. I said, I tried that before. He doesn't listen, not even in court. So I'm like, babe. My husband was like this. I was like, I love you. Babe, I love you. and here go my father-in-law. Like, son, don't pay attention to your wife telling you that she loves you. Don't. But no, I look, I can ask you like, T, remember that day? She'll tell you. Girl, you was off the chain. Yeah, I was in it like, baby, I love you. Don't do this to us. Please. I remember telling his attorney, I was like, please don't do my divorce. I gotta do it. Mr. Vogelman, he's something. I said, please do not do our divorce. I have to do what the client is telling me to do. I have to do it. I'm like, just don't do our divorce. I'm trying to tell you. When you got used to his attorney, the older one, he was pretty funny. He said, this is his attorney. His attorney said, I should have been a UFC fighter. Because I ain't gonna lie, when the judge wasn't there, I was talking smack. That my father-in-law tried to put in the order that when the judge is away, to make sure that I don't know if I was the defendant or whatever, but don't taunt the person. I was like, I told my father-in-law, you need to stay out of grown folk business and stay out of married folk business. But no, I really was trying to be light of the situation. I did so much crying and stuff. You might as well just laugh. You might as well just focus on other things. Like, I wouldn't even prepare for that last go round with the judge. His attorney came out with this huge booklet of paper. The average person would have a freaking heart attack because she tried to pile all of this work on me. But you know what I did? I took my pencil and I started drawing happy faces on her work. And I was like, devil, you will not get to me today. And even my daughter that was running around the court, I said, drawing this for mommy. You getting paid $3.50 an hour to do this. I can't. But yeah, y'all. Sometimes when you going against your opponent, or when the devil be like, ha, 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 and they want to just tear you down, you just got to laugh back. Ha, 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 ha. I'm still smiling. Ha, 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 ha. I know you like Mona. Y'all, these are just my thoughts. That's how you gotta be, though. That's how you have to be. You literally have to condition your mind. No matter what it is, you have to learn how to laugh in the face of danger and in the face of sadness and in the face of just, you gotta laugh. You have to learn to do that. You have to condition your mind. You know, like I said before, I remember one judge said, we was trained not to be emotionalists. I said, y'all was trained to be emotionalist? Maybe that's what can help me out. Not to be emotionalist. Not emotionalist, but y'all know what I mean. Emotionalist. How can you do that? They were trained. That's what the judge said. So I learned how to compose myself in court. I won't let nobody railroad me, but I'm not going to be, judge, wait a minute. No, you got to compose yourself. And smile. And say things like, Thank you, Your Honor. You too. You gotta be like, I even had to tell the judge, but say, that's against the rules. She and the judge was all like, how the heck did she know this? I mean, I could look back and laugh at it. I remember saying this to my father-in-law. When they came around the corner, they wasn't expecting me to come. I said, well, look at what we have here. And we were going back and forth, and I'm like, why isn't my husband here? Because he didn't want to be. I said, this is not your child. This is his child. My mother-in-law said, what did she say? You're taking us to court. I said, and I really forgot I was suing them. But it wasn't to sue them to get money. It was just to show my father-in-law, this is your game, and now it came back in your lap. And I'm going to tell you something. That's the first time I saw how nervous my father-in-law was. When he was sitting in that chair and he had his attorney. It's not funny. But y'all dragged me in court knowing I just had a baby, going through postpartum. I mean, I just had a C-section. You dragged me in court and he sent them attorneys to jump on me. And now you done got served and you go into court. My father-in-law had to get 15 attorneys. I said, wait a minute, am I reading this correctly? Is it really 15 attorneys against me? Okay. Y'all, when his attorney said, Your Honor, Mrs. Hines is just being really vindictive here. And I said, Your Honor, this wasn't just anybody. This was my father-in-law, who happens to be an attorney. And you know what the judge said? What they call the attorneys, counselor? I don't know what they call them. But he looked at her and said, I hear what you're saying, but this is a very attractive case. So, Mrs. Hines, I'm going to give you a chance to go back and whoop. My father-in-law was like this, on the chair like, oh, dear. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not fun. No, it is funny. It is funny. I walked up in court. Y'all had me shaking in my boots, ready to throw up my freaking intestines. That's how afraid I was. And I walked out laughing like crazy. Do I ever want to go to court again? No. But there's this thing called, it's called something. It's like postpartum, but it's called court. It's called court, not court distress, but it's called court something. Like when somebody gets dragged all up in the court and they're being jumped here and there and dragged. It's called, I forgot the name of it, but I know I was dealing with that. Some of them daggone judges in there look older than dirt. I'm serious. I have no idea how in the world you still 95 years old up there shaking and running stuff. I mean, I have no idea. I'm going to have to call and ask someone this, because there was one, I told you it was one, I went before 33 judges. Can you believe that? 33 judges in 1 year. Yes, I know. I'm the one who did the motions. But he put in that petition. But there was this one judge, his whole hair was just white. And he had baseball caps all in his courtroom. The first judge, when I cried and he walked away, I remember when they went ahead and wrote off my witness name, one attorney looked at my paper and said, his name was Valentine, Judge Valentine. She said he hard as rocks. She was like, you did a good job, though. I'm like, you think? There was one judge in there. She looked like a hippie. Her hair was like, she looked like a hippie. Hey, TJ. Where T at? Are you sure my car gonna be okay right here? All right, now, I need my wheels. Yeah, she looked like a hippie. There was one lady, she was nice. She was very nice. She was really, really nice. I'm going to tell you something. That's why I'm like, why are they even on the board? Like, I mean, I know you're not supposed to discriminate, but some of y'all in there, y'all can't even remember what happened yesterday. And I remember when I went in that courtroom, I lie to y'all not. I went in that courtroom and it was all of these men up in there, and I'm the only black woman up in there. I'm like, man, they about to gut me like a fish in this chain. I'm like, Lord, I need you to be. I'm like, you know what? I'm not by myself. God, I need you to be with me. I need you to be with me. That judge started snickering and laughing. I told him, who was it? Oh, yeah, this is that. So he started snickering, and this is the judge, snickering and laughing. And I said, Your Honor, and I also contacted, who else? The district attorney. His face went like this. His face went like this, y'all. He was all like, yeah, you guys, we're going to get her. He went like this. What? And I said, yes, Your Honor. I also contacted the district attorney. He looked at the paperwork and he said, who did this? Did a lawyer do this or did you do this? I was like, I did. He said, what you're asking for can't be done. And now that I know how things work, because I was trying to bring a court from juvenile domestic to bring it up, because all of them, they conspired. They had me in this court and that court working together. So I went ahead and took both of this and brought it up here. But it was, oh my gosh, I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I know how a court is run. It was the circuit court. It was juvenile domestic relation. The other one was such and such court, but this was circuit court. Things don't go to circuit court until you are about to get a divorce. Then it goes from juvenile domestic to circuit. But because them both, then when I sued my in-laws, I went to circuit court. I can't say I lost because we was on a docket. We was on the docket, y'all. And I was ready to subpoena everybody. I was like, oh, yeah. And one day I went to go subpoena. I was going to subpoena some attorneys and everything. I said, oh, yeah. I went. They was like, man, we don't know what happened. But secretly, your stuff has been removed. Removed? What do you mean? I was screaming in the hallway. I was screaming in the hallway, y'all. Not screaming, but I was upset. Hey, T. I did. I'm going to just leave this right here. T, how big is your purse? I'm just going to leave. I can't. I got to take this stuff. Yeah, y'all. So, anyway, I guess God was like, Mona, you proved the point. There's no need to go further. I just wanted justice for being jumped the way I got jumped in court. Hold on, y'all. Hey, T.
Hey. I thought you didn't see TJ. I didn't know that was your car.
Girl, yeah. And at nighttime, huh?
That's why I didn't see no temperature.
Say hi, T. I'm on YouTube Live. Y'all, this is my good girlfriend, T, and TJ.
What's up?
Husband and wife. Y'all always talk about marriage. What's the best thing about being married? trust and loyalty.
Yeah.
What would you say, TJ?
Nah, you just gotta stick in there through the good and bad times. That will make it, you know. To me, that's what make it last. Sometimes it's not gonna always be good, but it could be worse. So you know, you gotta stick in there.
Amen to that. How long y'all been married?
2 years.
How long y'all been together?
Now I'm going on 14 years.
So does it feel any different now that y'all married?
No.
Do y'all see the blessings in it though?
Yes.
So can you recognize the difference now that y'all went ahead and made it official? Do y'all stand in it?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta have God in your heart all the time. But yeah, for the foremost, yeah, God is in everything you do.
But in y'all marriage, now that y'all made it official.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, every day. Girl, you gotta just sway that devil away. Everything will work out. Just gotta keep praying.
I was telling them, remember when I went to court and I was, remember you went to court with me?
Yeah.
And remember saying, Matt,
Yeah.
and remember you was like, Mona, why don't you tell me you love him? It was all like, I love you.
Tell him you love him because you don't know how the devil working. You got somebody pulling him from this end, that end. But if you stay faithful with God, you don't know how God will turn everything. So you just gotta keep the faith.
Amen.
Keep the faith.
Amen. Amen.
The devil is everywhere.
Yes, he is.
Keep praying. He shake me, he jumps on me. I take the wheel. God, please help me. You gotta call his name. Sometimes you just gotta call his name.
Yeah.
When things going wrong and going bad, you just gotta call his name, and you gotta keep living your life, and you gotta keep being happy.
Amen.
And he'll do everything else.
Yep. Seek ye the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness. But yeah, y'all. So we are headed right now. We are in DC and headed to, what's the name of them again? Chinatown. Gallery Place, Chinatown. Yeah, it's like right there, because I remember when me and you went to that restaurant. That's the only time I ever been in there. No, I've been in there twice.
Yeah, I think me and you had some hot wings in there.
Yeah, we went there years ago. See, that was like over 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. But y'all, anyway, y'all have a blessed night tonight. Thank you for listening to me rant and my memories. I'm about to go up in here.